Pastor, can you hear me?
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Listen, we are getting ready for the nightcap. If you will, go ahead and like and share. If you don't mind, like and share. It's the nightcap. That's right. It's the nightcap. Come on, go ahead and like it and share it. Let's get somebody else on. We won't be on here long. But certainly take a moment and like it and share it, if you will. It's good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Listen, won't be long. Give others a chance to jump on. It's the nightcap. It's been Motivational Monday. And from 6 a.m. morning manna, the 12 noon nugget. And then, of course, we get to cap it all off tonight together. So if you will, jump on. Make sure you share it with somebody else just for a minute. Give somebody else a chance to jump on. Good evening. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you on this evening. All right. I see somebody else. Good to see you. Hello, Mother Bell. How are you? Good to see you. Good morning. Good evening, Minister Gail. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Listen, I want to jump right into this. It's the nightcap. So before you turn in, thank you all for tuning in to the nightcap. A little chilly, but nevertheless, we are excited about this opportunity just to share something. Listen, on yesterday, we got a chance to talk to our local church about Dirty Birds DoorDash. And that's the series we're in, Dirty Birds. When Dirty Birds DoorDash. And we talked about the life of the prophet Elijah, how God used him as an instrument to be his mouthpiece to speak to Jezebel and Ahab, that there be no rain. And Elijah would have suffered along with everybody else in the drought had he not listened to God. God gave him specific instructions. Leave here and go there. I want you to catch this. He tells him to leave here and go there. And as a result of him leaving where he was, God tells him, I want you to go down and settle by the brook of Cherith. Now, geographically speaking, I said this on yesterday, geographically speaking, he passes a river. Then he passes an ocean, only for God to settle him at a man-made pond, a man-made lake, a man-made creek. Think about it. God tells him he's going to sustain him. He passes a river. He passes an ocean, which both are larger bodies of water, only for God to settle him at a man-made lake. And here is the nugget I wanted to share that we shared on yesterday, and that is, can you be faithful to where God sends you, even when there's something bigger and better in close proximity to you? I want to say that again. Can you and I be faithful to where God sends us, even when there's something bigger and better in close proximity to us? Because what we discovered yesterday was the blessing is not always being in the bigger place, it's being in the right place. The blessing is not always being in the closer place, it's being in the place where God wants you to be. Can we handle? I have to ask myself, can I handle being where God told me to be, even when there's something better in my mind in close proximity to me? Because if I can handle where God sends me, it only proves that I'm ready for the overflow. Because true test of whether or not I'm ready for overflow is how I handle and manage what I have. Elijah had to pass a river, had to pass an ocean for God to settle him at a man-made lake. Because God wanted to know, can I trust you? And as he heard the voice of God, he moved. And then later we find out, when that brook dried up, he had to depend on the same voice that brought him there to take him to his next assignment. I want to say this to you. Can you handle being where God called you to be, even when there's something bigger and better in close proximity to where you are. Stay faithful, stay focused, and keep building the kingdom where God placed you, where he's assigned you. And if you can do that, you open yourself up for God to do even more in your life. I love you. We're praying for you. Let's keep building the kingdom, family. Let's do it one person at a time. Let's build.